So how do you know if you have what it takes to become an excellent nurse, or what I like to call an uppercase nurse, as opposed to a lowercase nurse? So I'm going to give you three things that you can use to look at your own life and see if you have the makings of an uppercase nurse. My name is Nicole Whitworth, and I am the founder of Your Nursing Tutor, where I help nursing students get through nursing school confidently and learn how to think like a nurse so that they don't have to rely on professors. They don't have to rely on random YouTube videos. They don't even have to rely on me as a tutor to spoon feed them the information that they need to become successful nurses. So let's get into the three things that you can always see to know if somebody has what it takes to become an excellent uppercase nurse. Now, when I say uppercase versus lowercase nurse, I'm talking about capital N nurse versus a lowercase n nurse. And honestly, being an uppercase nurse does not have to do necessarily with what credentials come after your name. So you can be a registered nurse, an LPN, you can even be a CNA, and still be an uppercase nurse, because it's more about your attitude and how you think. Okay, so here's the three criteria that I look at that lets me know if somebody's an uppercase nurse. First is the care factor. I call it the care factor. So do you give a crap? Okay, like, are you the one that's going the extra mile? That it's not just good enough to be just good enough, but you actually want to make it happen. So this might be the like knowing why something happens versus just memorizing that this is what happens. This is what we do because we've always done it. Are you the person that will go and ask questions like, well, this is how we do it. How can we do it better? Are you the person that's going to go and go the extra mile for your patient versus just doing the bare minimum so you can sit and, scroll on Facebook a few minutes longer? Okay. So the care factor. Two, the second criteria that'll let us know if you are an uppercase nurse is your work ethic. Now, I will tell you, I very rarely meet a lazy nursing student. So if you're in nursing school, you probably have the work ethic. You're not afraid to work hard and study. Of course, you want to be efficient with your studying. So that's a big deal, but that's kind of a separate issue. The two is the work ethic, is you're willing to work hard. You're not lazy. You haven't gotten burnt out. I think a lot of nurses, like established, experienced nurses who seem like they've lost this work ethic characteristic, they've really gotten burnt out, and it's very sad. So you don't want to get burnt out in nursing school, but you do want to have that good work ethic while you're in nursing school. The third characteristic that lets me know whether you have the makings of an uppercase nurse is your problem solving skills. And honestly, if you're watching this video, then I suspect you have the makings of good problem solving skills. You just have to learn how to hone them and put them to good use. This is really what it means to think like a nurse. And it's not enough just to try hard or to study a lot or, those kind of do more NCLEX style questions and practice those more. It's not something that somebody can just like tap you on the shoulder and say, you can think like a nurse now. No, it's none of those things. It's a process, it's a skill. And the only way you can get good at a skill is by practicing it. However, you have to practice it the right way. For example, if you want to learn how to drive a car, it's not going to help if you keep riding a bike, if you practice by riding a bike, right? It's the same thing with learning to think like a nurse. If you're studying in a way that's like riding a bike, then your study skills are never going to train your brain in a way that's going to help you learn to drive a car. And what I specialize in as a tutor with my VIP tutoring membership is I train nursing students how to think and how to study in a way that has them practicing to drive the car from the very beginning of nursing school. Now, it's never too late to start studying this way. In fact, you should start studying this way no matter where you're at in nursing school. But when you start studying this way, you're automatically training your brain to think like a nurse so that you can develop these problem-solving skills that you need in order to become an uppercase nurse. If you would like to learn more about the Your Nursing Tutor VIP tutoring program, you can find it at www.yournursingtutor.com/VIP.